Yo, what up, though, man? I got NOLAZINE TV in the building. Nola Plug, what up, though, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed.
Hey, man, you hit one of the most popping bloggers, interviewers coming out of the boot. You heard me?
Oh, hey, if that's what you're going to tell everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you doing your thing, making your waves, getting across the city, getting across the nation. You know what I'm saying? Making your moves, man. Like, how does it feel to be an interviewer and a blogger in this time, in this day, and in this space?
It feels good. I didn't ever think I'd be doing this nowhere near in my mind. I think I'd be doing this.
Got you. Why not? What were you thinking you supposed to be doing right now?
Well, depends on the years in my life.
Got you.
You know, I'll bring it back like over 10 years I was doing something else. When I got jammed up, I learned how to become something else.
Got you.
That made me become a promoter. But I never liked the word, you a promoter. So it like automatically made me like, man, let me learn something else with this business.
Gotcha.
So I became like a marketer. So I used to go find small businesses and like try to market their business.
So, you know what? That's a funny thing you brought that up. Like, people get hung up over titles, right? Like you said, you didn't like being called a promoter.
I still don't. People still call me a promoter.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like...
It's nothing wrong, but I just never wanted to... Like, that was never... I never felt like that was my lane.
But some people get offended getting called a blogger now, too. Right. It's almost like that's a bad word. Like,
I actually like that, man, because it's like, damn. It's like, believe it or not, in New Orleans, we just started having blogs, like, maybe like 5 years ago. So it's like, when I tell somebody a blogger, they don't even know what the fuck that is. They're like, blogger? I'm like, okay.
Sounds fancy.
And like, believe it or not, our blogger we knew was Sean Cotton. He from New Orleans.
Got you.
Like, he used to come in, interview artists, and I'm like, we didn't even know what that was.
Got you. And you know what's crazy is, like, I guess being at Texas, especially the Dallas market, blogging is huge here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a lot of blogs, but then a lot of times you see blogs or bloggers don't want to be identified with that name. It's catching such a bad name as of late.
Right.
Why do you feel like people are attaching such negativity to the name blogger in blogs?
Well, I can't speak because I just realized what a blogger is.
Gotcha.
I think I'm more of a journalist because I do more than just blogging. I have articles. I have everything that come on. I have a multimedia platform. Like, I feel like I do more than your average blog site.
Got you.
Like, matter of fact, not blog site, because most bloggers don't even have a website. I have a website. I have podcasts. I'm on everything. You can type NOLAZINE. It's on everything.
So when people say like websites, like, who still visit websites?
A lot of people. But if you don't write articles and have articles coming in on your thing, like that's what people actually visiting websites. Like, I see the people bringing their fans and their people to my website as I write the articles.
Got you. If you could speculate like a demographic, though, that like actually go to websites, what would that age group be? The
age group that shows on my analytics is probably 18 to maybe 35.
Oh, okay, that's good then. Because it's like, I don't know, like I guess I didn't picture younger kids like that 18, 15 to 24 really visiting websites because their attention span is so condensed to a status.
I'm gonna tell you why. You have to like most bloggers forgot that, artists need accolades. Artists not getting accolades no more. Like when it was younger, when me and you was younger, artists used to like celebrate the accolades, like being on a cover of Double XL or Source and stuff. So like I still be around stuff like that. So like I label myself like I don't want to be a blogger. I want to be like a Double XL.
So you just did it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a blogger.
I want to be a multimedia company.
But you don't want to be a blogger.
Well, no. I'll be a blogger. I don't mind being a blogger. I don't mind being a journalist. I don't mind being labeled all that. But my company is a multimedia platform.
Got you. Okay.
But one thing I don't want to be called is a promoter. I hate that, man. I tell you what, I hate. I'm not a promoter.
So give me the journey, man. You from New Orleans.
Right.
And I promise my audience I will put subtitles at the bottom so they can understand what you're saying, so they can read the words.
Okay. But I speak a little slower if they need me.
No. So you just sound like one of them gator hunters. You know
what I'm saying? With the ass and all that.
That big old gator out that water. Shoot them. Shoot that big old gator out that water.
What they be saying?
You never watched the Gator Hunters on Discovery Channel? When they be
you sound like that movie Waterboy.
Like, whoa, get that big old gator out that water. Shoot him.
I ain't juicing
on him. But no, man, so you from New Orleans, man. Tell me about New Orleans. Like, what part of New Orleans you from, and what was that upbringing like?
Well, my upbringing is a little different. Like, I'm from Algiers, but my mom never really watched us. So I used to live with my grandmother in Marrero. So people from Marrero thought I was from Marrero, but my mom played cards in every project and everywhere. So I kind of was everywhere. So I grew up in so many places. So like as an adult, it's a good and a bad thing. That's why I know so many people.
Got you.
But it was dope. Like I was on both sides. I was on the West Bank and East Bank. So like some people don't even know where the hell I'm from in North. They're like, I just like put myself nose to play. Like, man, like people can't actually put the city where I'm from on it because they're like, damn, he was everywhere.
Got you.
But like I'll tell you, like man, I represent all that, but I'll tell you exactly where I stayed.
Got you. Now growing up in New Orleans, like, you know, at one point in time, people knew New Orleans as the murder capital in the world. Like,
because our city kind of small too.
Facts. And like with that growing up, like you eventually kind of deterred off and went off the rail, like, and got jammed up. Like, what led you down the wrong path, and what did you end up getting bammed up for?
Well, I had an older cousin, like around Katrina time. He showed me $1 million in cash.
Damn.
Like before Katrina, I'm like, fuck, I knew like, who the fuck getting a job? This man had like 20s and 100s, and he counted it, and he calculated. I'm talking about this was like, it was a Razor phones out then. He had like a Razor, like he had the calculator on a Razor phone. Like he adding that up. I'm like, dang. I'm like, this real. So I just like in my new but like my mind was always like I would never be a drug dealer for the rest of my life. Like
Gotcha.
I was raised around people that always wanted to get out. I can't say like they started their business because unfortunately they went to jail or something like that. But I always knew like if I made money, I'd start like a dump truck company and stuff like this. But I never in a world think I have a media company.
Got you. Okay. And so then you fast forward, you see your cousin here hustling or he pull out this money.
And my cousin, the saddest part about that, he went to jail a week before. The feds came, got all of them the week before Katrina.
Damn.
And they would have just waited. I told me they really got them a week before Katrina. Like big bus.
So like when you got bammed up, you end up getting
probation.
Probation.
It was the first, like in Louisiana, like usually if you don't get caught with like heroin or something strong like methamphetamine and all that, you usually get probation your first charge. Okay. So but I always promised my mom if I ever get caught, I'd quit.
Got you.
And I meant that. But it's funny because like my mom to this day, she don't know what I do, but she know I do something legal.
Got you.
She still be like, oh, NOLAZINE, I don't know what it is, but it's provocative.
Got you. So you end up getting banned up and getting probation. Did you get charged with are you a
Well, I had 3 charges. It was a gun, drugs. I had a scale with like for the I didn't want to say the word. I can't even get it out with the drink. He was drinking already. But yeah, I had all them. But like when you go to court, but they kind of like drop a lot of stuff.
Got you.
And give you the biggest charge. So they gave me, I'm like distribution. With marijuana, but it was like the marijuana. It was the good marijuana when I caught a charge. It was like when Granddaddy Kush and Perp first came out.
Got you.
So they like try to give me like a bigger charge. So like I caught a weed charge.
Got you.
So I'm like in my mind, as soon as weed become legal in Louisiana, I should not be a convicted felon no more, right?
Facts. That's normally how it goes.
That's
typically how it goes in most states.
I'm waiting.
Okay. So you come out on the other side of that, you get probation. Like, how do you transcend into the actual media world?
Okay. Before the media world, my cousin used to bartend / promote at this club called Envy outside the Superdome. And this promoter named Fat Mayweather, he gave me $50. And I'm like, dang, if I can make $50 a week off something legal, because I know like it's very like at that time, you just automatically hear people like, man, when you got to jail or come a convicted felon, it's hard to get a job. I'm like, I'm gonna take this and find other ways to make income. I was just always that type of person. Like it's like even around that time, I was asking with the local radio station for like a free job.
Gotcha.
I'm like, let me work at Q93 for free. I knew my bigger goal. I'm like, all right, I'll get everybody's phone number and I'll charge people to book them. I always had a plan, anything I did, but I just freestyled. I never written it down. I just do it.
Gotcha. Okay. And so leave it. Eventually, you got into the promoter side of everything.
Right. Yeah.
And so, at what point, like the blogger world, because for a long time, bloggers were for nerds. This is for the uncool. This is for the geeks, and all of that stuff. So, how did you end up in the blogging, media, entertainment field?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start. I was a promoter for like at least 7 years, and I became successful in it. I met damn near celebrity, superstar you can name.
Got
like
you.
Personally level too. And but I ran across Sean Cotton a few times.
Okay.
You know, he had like pop-up shops. I used to always see say cheese, but I never understand what it was.
Got you.
But we was at a Saints and Philly game. And I'm drunk as hell. We on 50-yard line. But it's crazy. Like my partner booked tickets, and I never realized they had a home and a away side.
Yeah.
So he booked the side on the away side. But Sean Cotton like right here. So I'm aggravating him, bothering, but I'm drunk. But I'm asking him questions. And when he don't think he realized, he told me that I could get paid for I could get paid to interview people.
Got you.
And I'm like, and that don't me when I'm drunk. Like he telling me I can get paid for people to talk to me. And just the whole media. So I started, believe it or not, that weekend, I went go Google how media companies run. And it was on from there.
All from there.
So it's been 3 years.
Damn, and you doing your thing.
It's been 3 years, and I just, and just my hustle, I just looked at how Birdman and Master P approached the game. So I'm like, shit, I got to do that for the media side.
Got you. So, getting to the media game, you got to have a certain element of charisma, especially when it comes to interviewing, right?
Right.
But I know you were kind of shy about or reluctant to even get in that space because of your speech impediment.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, I waited a whole year before I got into that too. Doing interviews. I probably should have started in 2017.
Got you.
And actually, if you really go down to my first interviews, I was so shy about my speech impediment that I didn't I just stuttered bad when I first interviewed people. So I used to write the words with my face crossed. I would ask the question, but the words would go across the screen. You wouldn't hear my voice.
Sorry about that.
I thought that was weird. Oh, you good.
No, okay. So because I know a lot of prominent people get into this space and were you ever open with anybody that you when you first started, did people recognize that you had a speech impediment or anything like that?
Well, the whole city in New Orleans knew I stuttered.
I got you, okay.
But the crazy part is the more I said I'm about to do NOLAZINE, the more I stopped stuttering at all.
Got you.
When the first time I did an interview, I'm like, dang, I ain't stuttering. I showed my mom, and my mama said, what the hell? She was shocked. She like, you ain't stuttering. I had to show her.
I know, shout out to my cousin Mossy Lope. Yeah, he was out of Louisiana, Spring Hill, at the top of the boat.
I heard Spring Hill.
Yeah, where Devin White from. Mossy had a bad stuttering problem. I mean, he gets stuck. You know what I'm saying? But he was in a rap group. So when you first heard he in a rap group, you like, how? But when it came to rapping, never stuttered. Now, day-to-day conversation, it's goddamn, somebody put that gorilla glue in his throat.
I think most people stutter with people who they actually are comfortable with. But the crazy part is, my whole life, I never stuttered around women. If I like you, man, I'll talk just draw, especially on some liquor, dang, I used to be in my mind, how I'm speaking so smooth.
So that's how your girls know when a relationship is over.
When I
start stuttering?
Nah, I'm toxic. I delete you. I ain't wasting no time. I'm not him.
Okay. So now, NOLAZINE being the whole, just a media conglomerate, man, what's the overall, mission statement, the goal for NOLAZINE?
My mission is to, collaborate with media companies around the world and hit buttons. Gotcha. Independently. I don't want to be signed or ever. I don't want no sponsors. I don't want no this. I want to be independent. And I wait, I just want to, I'm not saying I'm not open to, something in the future. Gotcha. Depends if it makes sense, but I'm really trying to be, I'm trying to do what Master P and Birdman did over 20 years ago.
Gotcha.
And, believe it or not, I actually know they see me because I hear it from the people around them. So just hearing that makes me go harder.
I got you. So with blogging right now, we touched on earlier, blogging is starting to really get a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Because it could be a duality, right?
Right.
Blogging is very important. It actually breaks more artists than radio and everything else, other than TikTok.
It's the next big thing.
You know what I'm saying? So between bloggers and TikTok, these are the two cases for most artists going viral. But a lot of artists are actually having issues with bloggers because they feel like bloggers are now stepping their boundaries and going into personal lives and commenting on things that's beyond news. It's becoming more like tabloid.
Yeah, but it's
blogs.
revolutionary. I'm gonna tell you this. It's the exact thing that happened 20 years ago, and like it was the reason. Like I don't respect everything she do, but she was revolutionary. Wendy Williams set it up for bloggers, like to be gossip tellers and different. Like she was doing something. Like if you can watch her movie, she was doing something early that she found a niche. Like I always tell people, find a niche and you'll win.
That's
and
real.
She found her niche. She was worth more than the fucking radio station, but they couldn't realize it until she started going to other radio stations and doing those numbers. You just gotta watch. I'm gonna tell you this: when you find your niche and be like, guess what? Everybody gonna try to do what you do. But like when you find your niche and like nobody else can do it, you can always win.
Got you. Now, a lot of people talk about ethics and morals when it comes to blogging.
Right.
It looked like people like Wendy Williams.
Right. She don't got no morals.
She don't have no morals or ethics when it comes to it. It's all fair
game. A lot of bloggers don't have morals.
That's true. But then you see some who were like Wendy Williams that turned a new leaf. Like for one time, Howard Stern.
Right.
White version, male of Wendy Williams, very raunchy, very...
But Charlamagne came under Wendy Williams.
Exactly, Charlamagne too. But you see the evolution of Charlamagne and both Howard Stern. Like Charlamagne, that whole Me Too movement came out. Charlamagne used to say whatever he want. Chicks come to the studio, stand up. He's sniffing their chair. He doing outlandish shit on the Breakfast Club. Then the Me Too movement happened. And he was like, "Oh, you know what? I need to change my mindset." So you still see Charlamagne. He's still outspoken, but now he's like a voice for the black community. You don't necessarily look at him like a male version of Wendy Williams like he used to be. In fact,
this. Me and Charlamagne and 50 Cent the same sign. I met 50 Cent and Charlamagne.
Got you.
Cancers are revolutionary, and we knew not to go. We know not to mess something up. We just like, we watch it early. We know it's coming.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, let me change this lane before it goes bad. Like I just think a lot. Like I'm really cool with every cancer I meet.
Gotcha.
We like see stuff before about it. Like we know something. Like it's kind of like we feel a storm about to come.
Gotcha.
So it's like, you know what? I see it.
Let me prepare for the storm.
Let me prepare or let me like motivate. Let me move a little different quick.
So like with that being said, Charlamagne coming to the rise that he did, it didn't go without altercation. He's been jumped. People didn't threaten him. People tried to hurt him.
Controversy Sales.
It does. But is it worth it? As for you when it comes to your moral and your ethics? Me
being from the streets, being around street stuff, it's about your morals and actually what you was around, what you was raised around. Like, it's not that I gotta like represent the people that was around me. It's just that I was raised that way, so I can't maneuver that way. I can't I stand for something. I can't like that's like all right. Like my blog, I don't post news and none of that type of stuff, and I'm still growing.
Gotcha.
I don't post people when they die. Like only way I post you if you die if you did an interview or something with me. Like my thing is, this is my morals. Hey, but if I didn't post you, and before you went to jail or died, I'm not about to post you when something bad happened to you.
Gotcha.
That's my morals. Like I got different morals. Like I move a certain way.
So to kind of piggyback off of that, I remember interviewing Sean Cotton, and Sean was like, you know, everybody good when you report the good on them, but when they do some, you know, BS, and now you got to report the bad.
They ain't feeling that.
They're not feeling that. How do you report the bad on those that, especially the ones that you're cool with? You know what I'm saying? When they do something wrong, how do you report that and not lose that relationship?
Well, I don't report the bad.
Okay.
I don't really report the good. I report the music. Like my platform is mainly to entertain people.
Gotcha.
Like I wanna show people that I don't have to do whatever. Like I feel like it's so many blogs doing the same thing. So I have to do something different. Like guess what? I know for sure blogs ain't just dropping articles like me. I know blogs not dropping consistently interviews like me. Like I'm dropping every day at 10 o'clock.
So let's speak on like with the interview then. Like if it's an artist that's going through something it's an elephant in the room that everybody knows about, do you ask about it?
Well, me, I'm not gonna lie, no.
Okay.
But if he wants to chime in on it, I want to find a positive way of getting him out of that. Like basically, say say he's going through like a negative in his life. I want him to chime on like, man, it would just say that, you know, they probably had like a misunderstanding with a rapper or something. I'm like, I might ask him like, you know, did that mean for that to happen? Or we like actually can this issue be resolved instead of trying to like make it keep going? Cause like it was kind of like our conversation earlier. Like it don't make sense to like provoke and actually promote two black people going against each other.
Well, I kind of used to have a kind of kumbaya-ish type of mentality.
I get what you're saying.
But my whole thing is like, it's all about the approach of the art, right? It's like, I can ask you about it. You decide how you want to explain it.
Right.
I may ask a counter question. You decide how you want to explain it. But I'm not going to put my opinion on top of it to add more fire. Like, oh, so really you a bitch because he said this. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Most interviews do.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people would tend to do. Okay, so like going forward, like right now, now I'm going to get in my blogger's bag and ask you about some things that I just need your opinion as a man. You decide if you're going to answer it, but you should.
Well, I should.
Quavo and Saweetie incident in the elevator. Did you see it?
Yes.
Did you post it?
No.
Was that physical assault or abuse on his part, or was it a tug of war and she lost?
Well, I usually don't speak on the people, like, you know, business, but from the looks of it, it looks like a tug of war. But we don't know what transpired. We don't know what was in the bag. We don't know what was going on.
Don't matter.
As a people. But I'm saying is, but he didn't physically touch her. He was grabbing the bags and she just swung over. Like sometimes the people could paint the on a narrative like, you know, he's abusive. But you don't know what was in that bag or whatever.
It don't even matter what's in the bag.
But he didn't touch her physically.
Right. So it was a tug of war and she lost.
If that's what you
Because I think a lot of us been traumatized by what we saw with Ray Rice and his girl.
But he physically touched her.
Like
a lot of players physically touch their person. Like, all right, you black male. If you see when black men are aggressive and angry. If he was angry when she hit that pavement, he would have still been on her.
Yep.
He was satisfied with like, look, I got this what I needed. Okay. He didn't really, you know, so that's why like most rappers are stepping up for him and actually putting like their career on line. Because guess what, you know, if they're like, you know, they have all kind of movements out right now, Me Too and everything. So like, all right, and why would I put my bag up for Quavo? And so, but they must feel a certain way, like, look, this is wrong. We're not about to let y'all like just knock him off like that.
Got you. So, tug of war, she lost. Because, you know, they was trying to give her a hard time saying, like, she fell on the ground. He just standing over and didn't care.
Who sold the video? Let's paint the real narrative. Like what's going on? Like, all this come out after they break up now.
Here go my theory.
What's your theory?
And this is probably me jumping into my messy bag. My Wendy Williams bag right now.
Wendy Williams bag?
Justin LeBoy may have been the one that leaked the video.
That's the reason why the altercation happened?
Or after that altercation happened, he allegedly got his ass whooped by the Migos here recently. Now this video.
I heard it wasn't from the Migos. It was just Quavo.
Okay, well, Quavo.
Because they like painted the narrative like Offset was there, but he didn't jump in, and they said your boy wasn't even there.
Okay.
So like they just always like the media just give that like that's the reason why I don't want to paint that like, all right, if I post all this and it's not true. When I see dude be like, man, he was on that.
Dallas Glover doing that all the time. Shout out to
shout out Terry Blue, man. Terry Blue is not a controversial person.
Not at all. He's a sweetheart, man.
He's a sweetheart?
He's a sweetheart.
Oh, but that's your junior?
Paul. See, hey, that's my son. I'm his father. All right. All right, man. Don't cuss it on the show. Shit. All right. So, okay. So that's my theory that maybe Justin LeBoy had this video whenever that altercation happened.
That's a bigger picture than what we seen. It's like, why now? Like, obviously this video been happening, but like I painted the narrative before this video came out. Like I saw the way she looking at her ex.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I like, man.
So who dropped the video though? So she looking at her ex, but who drops the video?
His best friend, Justin LeBoy.
I'm telling you, I feel like if you painted a
I don't know, dude.
now,
I can't, like, I saw interviews with dude. I think dude, like, a stand-up person. Because guess what? I don't think he messy, because guess what? Like, after that altercation, he could have easily went to the media about that. He didn't.
But he could have got even, too. Like, okay, nigga, you won the fight, I win the war.
Right, he probably been there.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Right.
like you said, this video is old. Why it come out now? Right. Maybe this stuff hit his inbox a minute ago. He like, I ain't going to touch that. Decided to go to Atlanta for a good time. Get a little bit of rumble. Don't like that? Okay.
I'm going to show you.
I'm going to show you. And hope this kill your career. And this is alleged. This is just a speculation.
Allegedly. Yeah, it's all alleged.
Yeah, I'm not saying Justin LeBoy actually did it. I'm just saying allegedly. Okay. So then let's go forward with, this has been my quest lately, and I got to tap in with this before we get out of here. When it comes to women in relationships, because I know you be about the ladies, do women want money or do they want love? Which is more important?
Well, the women I've met around the world want money more, but I'm not gonna lie. It depends on the type of women you meet and where you meet them.
Him?
Like, it depends on, like, I've met women at simple places, like
Gotcha.
Walmart, that wants different things. Like my thing is, I like different type of women.
Gotcha.
So, like, I know what type of woman wants the bag. I know what type of, like, I feel like I know. But, like, I like natural curly hair women, natural bodies. I don't like bundles and fake bodies.
Gotcha.
So, if you looking for that who's always in the club, like, all right, speak on Terry. Like, look, we just saw this fine ass girl with bundles and fine. She had my partner plays House of Heroes. So, when we go out the parking lot, like her car broke down or something, everything is like, she's bad, but she's still begging. A natural hair, I'm gonna tell you this. This is why I like natural hair women, curly, natural bodies. 9 out of 10, most of them are career oriented. They already got their own bread. They're just looking for a loyal man. So they not, like, guess what? Like, if you find one homebody girl, she's like, I'm not gonna say a big percentage, but she might be 75% chance she'll turn down Drake than your girlfriend with the bundles and the fake body who paid for her body and shows her body on Instagram to actually get that person. She actually paid for this to get somebody to like keep this lifestyle alive. So if you, like, it depends on the woman you choose. Like, I meet women everywhere.
Gotcha.
Like, it depends on what you choose. Like, guess what? If I'm drinking tonight and I meet a woman with some bundles and a fake body, I know what she wants. Treat her how she coming. She for fun.
Here's my theory. The younger she is, the more she do it for love.
No. Shit, I know 38-year-olds. Look at this. I know 38-year-old women going to get their body done.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Hell, I know travel nurses going to get their body done just to go sit courtside for the Warriors game.
But notice what I'm saying. The younger she is, she's still in the love phase. The older she gets, the more it start to turn towards the money. Unless you get a chick now that's in her 40s and you're in like your early 20s or 30s.
So when you say younger, what age? So
let's go 18 to 24, 25-ish.
It's a new world now.
I'm just saying. they can say as much as they want to say about YouTube. I mean, about Instagram influencing them about the bag. Well, but an 18-year-old bag is $40. Right. 18 to 24 is $40. They don't know money yet.
Right.
And maybe because guys, if you older, you date a younger girl, it's easy to date her because what she consider, I didn't get the right camera. This one timed out 30. If you you older than her and the money she thinks she is getting is money, it don't bother you. $100 I can spend that at a meal. $120 I can spend that at a meal. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. It's when we 35 and you start trying to date 35-year-olds and they want investments, they want properties, they want bags, they want stuff that the 52, 55-year-old.
Can I chime on this real quick?
Go ahead.
You know, as I'm getting this age now, I remember dating 35 and 36-year-olds and having older friends. Women were cheaper then. When I was 25, women only wanted like little cheap shoes and shit like this. They didn't know what these expensive stuff were. But look, I'm gonna go back to the 25 and younger. Like, they watching these videos and hearing girls like girls too. They come with their friends now. They looking for love. They looking to please whoever gonna sponsor that trip. These 25 and younger, they actually went, like, And the 25 and younger way more wild. That's what they actually. I can say wilder. They're way more funner than the ones that's trying to settle down with that don't know no better.
I feel like the 25 to 32 is the ones who are experiencing trips. 24, 25 is when they in their trip bag. Like,
and so you got to start checking the apps, huh?
The 18 to 24, that's when they finding an older dude who's introducing them to trips. They don't know where to go yet.
Right. Yeah.
This is still like one
you still burning Miami on Spirit.
Yeah. But when they get like 24, 25 and up,
they won't go to Dubai.
They trying to get out the country. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, take pictures.
It's one thing. Why would I pay? Like, that's what I respect the female more. Why would you want me to pay for you to go to Dubai? Come on, me and you, let's start a business together. Like, it's like the money I'm about to spend in Dubai, we can start a business together.
I mean, it don't
we
matter.
We can do a lot of stuff. Like, but guess what? It depends on what you want.
I feel like most women want money. In whatever form of fashion that money is going to show up.
It depends on their mom, too. I mean, a lot of women mom, like, guess what? If your mom raised you like that, that's what you look at. If your mom, auntie, like, all right, girl, don't talk to him if he ain't got this. Girl, don't do this. Like, that's what, whatever you was raised around, that's even go for males. Whatever you was around is how you kind of sometimes react. That's like, all right, say you a little boy who you grew up around a number of females. You're going to have a lot of female traits. And you might not even notice. You have a lot of female traits and be like, man, why you acting like that? He don't even know. Because you was raised around girl cousins, aunties. So like, sometimes you might do some feminine shit and you don't even know why you doing it. Because you was raised around it. It's like, and it's like a trickle-down effect sometimes. It's like, it's what? If that's like you being the one good father in your child life. If your mama and aunties in your house all day say your dad ain't shit, your daddy can be taking care of you in early life. Your mom, you grew up, man, my dad ain't shit. Your daddy been sending you money, but your mom been going to club with it. So when you grow up, you're like, man, my daddy ain't shit. He ain't give me nothing.
But I think women always been taught the man is the provider.
Right.
Yeah, it's just at the end of the day, he's supposed to bring home the bacon.
Right.
And the wife's supposed to clean up the house.
Me meet women from different, like, for New Orleans, like, a woman thinks provider is a man supposed to take care for the rest of their life. But, like, women I met out of town, like, they were, well, as my conversation with them, as the way they were raised, like, if the man, I'm like, isn't one provider yet, you help him become that provider of the household.
So, like, with the older chicks, or with just women in period, like, men, we can have all the money in the world and go find a chick at Waffle House, and we would have no issue with bringing her up. Because, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's an ego stroke. I leveled you up. A woman don't have that same mindset. Her security in a man is about the money that he can bring in. Believe it or not, women don't really get mad at men for cheating because they cheating. In fact, a woman will be patient with you for cheating if you bringing in the bag.
Right.
Now, she might be plotting how to leave your ass as long as she can take the bag with her.
Right.
But she won't tolerate, she will tolerate you cheating if you got the bag. Her biggest threat is another chick taking the bag from her. That's when the chick find out you are cheating, what did you do
another
for her? Chick
taking your potential and bringing it to the level that she wanted to bring it. And you been with her, promising her, giving her the same thing. And it also reminds me of that movie Acrimony.
I never saw that.
Okay, with like Taraji P. Henson, like dude was right here. But he wouldn't have made it without the other woman.
Gotcha.
But he was right here. And he told her, but she didn't believe it because it was so many years of him trying to be something that he knew he was going to be. But as soon as the other woman take him in, he become this ultimate millionaire. And he even pay her back. He give her all the money back. She gave him, and plus more, gave her a house back and everything. But when she seen that he gave her everything he promised them over them years, and clicked that switch.
Yeah.
That switch like, that's supposed to be for me. So she went crazy.
That's how
He went crazy.
Because women are driven by money.
Right.
You're threatening the nest egg. You're threatening the assets, the investments.
I know women that's cool with being struggling with men. Like depends on your goals in life. Like the higher you want to go. Like some women are happy just with a family and they'll just figure it out. I've had conversations like, because I see some couples, I'm like, damn. So I asked them, like, I be want to ask people, like this is triggering me. Like just say a woman on Section 8 and her boyfriend, they be on dates and different stuff, like, and they be looking happy. I'm like, I be want to ask, I'm like, you know, like, I just want to ask about what's going on in y'all life.
Don't be the chicks that be cheating.
Honest truth, to me, just me having a sister 6 months older than me, another female cousin. I think every woman cheats, but the difference between women and men, women actually plan. So it's like the only time women get caught when they want you to get caught.
That's facts.
Men don't care.
That's true.
Men just that's what
the dick.
That's
thinking.
the reason why women complain, because that's what she like. Oh, I know his routine.
Yep.
That's why
and
they
we
do
don't
what they
look
want.
for routines.
Yeah.
We don't.
Because that's what now mine. The only time a man would think a woman cheat after he got caught, be like, oh, she gonna cheat on me now.
Yeah,
so that's when you start looking at it like, oh shit, she about to cheat on me now. But it's like most women they got some toxic men that just fuss, like, you playing with me?
All right, they be tripping.
Cause what? If like a woman could be so good in bed and good to you, like, man, you can't just be playing. Hey, this shit just can't be for me. I'm about to be toxic and beat you up.
Yeah, nah, bro. At the end of the day, for me, at the end of the day, for me, you was fucking before I met you. If I died today,
where you learned this from?
You gonna fuck after me? I'm not worried about that shit.
But a lot of men are.
They are. It's an ego thing, but it's like ain't no shit.
Some men really can't take another man even watching a woman. It's like scary, dangerous for everybody.
Yeah, it's just say I can't control it. I ain't worried about it. You do you.
But you can't control no other human being.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't worry about it.
People can't control their own children. So how you gonna control your girlfriend or wife?
Facts.
All you could do is just grow that communication, loyalty, and respect for each other, and hope and just pray to God that y'all on the same page.
Man, I told my wife at the end of the day, just be here. I don't care what you do. I don't care what I do.
You don't care if your wife cheat on you?
It's not cheating. If I don't care, it's not cheating.
That's a new subject, you know.
It's not cheating.
If you don't care, so you say if you don't care, it's not considered cheating.
It's not cheating. So, come home.
So all right. Okay, we said that. So it's not cheating if you don't care. Okay, long as she don't blatantly like disrespect you in your face.
What's blatantly disrespect me in my face?
Basically, you married. You might slip up and go on a date or something, and see your wife over there with another man. Are both of y'all mad at each other because y'all cheating?
No.
Y'all not gonna say it on each other?
It's not cheating.
But y'all live in the same house.
That's not cheating.
Okay.
Cheating is you agreed to do something and I agreed to do, well, not you, but she agreed to do something and I agreed to do something and we go against that agreement. That's cheating. But yeah, like at the end of the day, man, I look at it like it's one of those things like the only thing that would be disrespectful to me is we're adults, so we do adult things. Don't do those things in the house in front of our kids.
Okay.
Keep it away from them.
Keep away from home.
Yeah, but whatever you do out there, my biggest thing is come home. Because at the end of the day, marriage is not about love. It's about a legacy. It's about assets. It's always been about that.
It's a different way to...
It's always been that. Think about it. Adam didn't get to date and choose Eve. He was put with her, and your job was to fill the earth, take care of the earth. It was business. You look at the king of Zamunda and the king of Kinchala. He got 1 million goats.
With it, huh?
He got 1 million goats and a son. He got 1 million goats and a daughter. We bring our goats together by marrying our kids. Now we 2 million goats and we are an empire. Marriage has always been a business contract.
Correct.
The same shit you do to get an LLC is the same thing you do to get a marriage license. You pay the fee, then you file it with the county.
So is it like any such thing as you marrying, I'm like the right one?
I think you can divorce the right one. If you're not willing to work through the humanity of people are human, at times you're going to be attracted to other people. At times you're going to be selfish because being a human being, we are selfish people. We got a duality. We can be loving and we can be hateful.
Hey, so what's the biggest goal in like the marriage to actually like, you know, I'm hearing what you're saying, but like
the biggest goal
how
in marriage,
to make it like go the distance, like last forever.
To last forever is number one, just have a respect for each other. Like I don't tell anybody to stay in a marriage with somebody beating on you or, you know what I'm saying, mentally destroying you or physically destroying. Other than that, if you want a marriage to survive, it's not about love. Love is flaky. It's just romantic. It sounds good. It's commercialized. That's why you buy diamonds. It's commercialized. Wedding dresses and diamonds and big weddings. This is all money makers. And they say, oh, this is love when you do all of that. No, marriage is almost like everybody should get married in an MMA ring. Because you got to be willing to fight. You got to be willing to fight through the humanity.
Tried to marry me when I was 18. Like, baby, I don't know. And you know, like, you know, I used to go like travel to like the military towns. So
Got you.
Like they just want to marry for more money. I'm like, marriage? I just got out of high school.
Hey man,
I'm not in the army. I don't care about like in the military stage. If they'll promote their, oh, you get free dental. You get a check from me every month. Like, damn.
All my partners that went to the military got married.
Quick. Especially if they found the girl who had a baby.
There you go.
I know the game.
So that's what I'm saying. So like marriage has never been about love until commercialism, automobiles, diamonds, wedding dresses, receptions. All of these things became commercialized. And like, oh, if they're in love with you, they'll provide these things for you.
But I have one theory about the Bible.
Okay, come on.
Okay. I think if we all would have waited to have sex until we got married, that's about never had sex with nobody, no watch porn, no nothing. I think if we would have never watched porn, never had sex with nobody, and actually waited to marry somebody who we genuinely loved and had sex with that one person, we would be satisfied with that one person.
I disagree.
I just felt like that. It's not possible because I never did it, so it's not gonna happen. I know it satisfies me now.
I think once you get it, the natural thing about human beings is that we are naturally inquisitive. We always like to try new things.
Okay.
It's just like when you get a new car. You buy a new car, you be like, man, I love this new car. This joint is dope. But then you already starting to think, like, you see another car, I wonder how that boy drive. You know what I'm saying? It's like
so where do you think that mindset come from?
We're just explorers. That is us. We are social people. Everything that we do in life, we don't have one friend. You have multiple friends who got multiple roles in your life. Like you got one homeboy that's cool to go and watch football with. To something
I seen on Netflix. They're like men wasn't supposed to be meant to be with one woman. It was like, you know, like it was like that little saying, like, you know, but it takes like a village to raise a child. Like they say, like in certain countries, so many men used to have sex with a woman, so they didn't know who the father was. So like all the men just raised the child.
I
it just gave me a theory. Like maybe that might be true because the way you just explained
I feel like nobody is meant to be monogamous.
Okay.
I think we all force ourselves to be that way. Because we just can't handle the ego bruise of I might not be good enough. That's all you're dealing with. It's embarrassment of am I not good enough? That's why you're talking to other people. It don't have nothing to do with you. I just want to see how she moan. That's it. I just want to see what it feel like.
So, like, do you think of that actually before you ever have sex?
Yeah, that's what you got to think about it, dudes. We get more hyped up of the thought that I'm about to go get it.
All right.
That gets you amped up to drive. Think about how many times you done driven somewhere far as hell to go get it, fam. That's just how it is.
I hope it's worth it.
And then you pop that baby batter out. You bust, you blow in. You be like, damn, I got this long ass drive back. It be like that. But I don't think nobody, whether it's man or female, I don't feel like monogamy is everybody's choice. I think people are always naturally attracted to other people.
Of course.
I think women got a lot more self-control when it comes to the physical aspect.
It takes the right man.
Yeah.
It takes the right man. Men, it takes the right booty, the right fine girl.
But you got to think, we're opportunists. We don't usually determine when sex go down. You could be the most amazing looking dude in the world.
Yeah, you still don't determine.
You don't determine it. You could be the ugliest chick in the world, and she still determines. So sex to women, that don't faze them because they get to say yes, but we control relationships. We get to determine when that
after
down.
you give it to us.
Yeah, that's true.
I got the control now.
See, she hit you with that "what are we" question.
Nothing. Like, I'm toxic. You don't want me.
But anyway, man, NOLAZINE, man, what you got on the horizon, man, for the rest of 2021? Man,
we're going all 50 states, man, interviewing everybody.
Hey, I feel it.
And who knows, but I might end up in Ethiopia.
Oh, okay, man. Good luck. I'm cool with that. I've been trying to get into some overseas hip hop a little bit.
Got an Ethiopian chick. We can go over there.
Oh, there you go, man. Hey, for sure, man. With NOLAZINE TV, I appreciate you having me a guest on your platform and you sitting down with me tonight, man. And we definitely got it linked in.
Done deal.
Peace out.